Hi guys, I'm Tina K, your local beauty expert, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another review on the Deck of Scarlette collaboration palettes. Every 2 months they team up with a top YouTube beauty guru and create a new palette with a bunch of tutorials on YouTube and on Instagram, and it's only $29.95. It's really cool because you have control over this subscription. So for $29.95 you could start at any time, or you can cancel if you don't like that palette, or you could skip if you don't like the palette that's coming out. This month they teamed up with Yvonne Wahab. I hope I said that right, girl. So I'm gonna show you what's inside, and also in the video I swatch every single color for you using a brush, not my fingers, so that way you can get a real look at the pigmentation. Also comes with 2 lip shades. Right now I'm wearing this one. And it also comes with 2 pencils, an eye pencil and a lip pencil. When you price all of those things together, especially for this type of pigmentation, $29.95 is a really great discount. And hold on really quick, because I'm looking at my highlight in the viewfinder. I'm actually wearing this highlight here. I think it looks really beautiful. Like, I'll definitely be wearing this again. So I put this look together for you. I did include a tutorial and, like I said, some real swatches, so that way you can get a good look of what this month's palette comes with. And I love this makeup look. It was inspired by Rihanna at her Fenty fashion show. I was watching it on Snapchat. There's really nowhere else you could watch it, I guess. And she had a lot of olive, minty green happening on her lower lash line, and I was like, oh my god. And then on the runway they had a lot of bright orange in the crease, so I just kind of put that all together. It's also cute for St. Patty's Day coming up. If you're watching this before St. Patrick's Day. Anyway, I really like it. I love the quality. So if you want to know more about it and how I created this look, then please keep watching. So here's how your palette comes. I opened mine obviously to show you, and I'm just trying to give you a close-up of what the pan size looks like and the cover. I think it's beautiful cover art. And then there's a separate little compartment for the lipstick shades, separate from the eyeshadow and face pans, probably so you don't kick up dust into your lip colors. Here are the 2 pencils. It always comes with a lip pencil and an eye pencil. So I'm going to swatch those for you first. The eye pencil shade is called Chameleon, and it's so pigmented. For the tutorial I use this in my waterline. The lip liner shade is Cake Pop. I didn't try it out this time, but it's so pigmented and creamy. I'm definitely going to be using it. And for the lipstick, the first shade is Almond, very similar to tons of lip colors that I already own. It's creamy and it's very rich in pigment, so I'm just using a lip brush so that way you get a real good swatch. It's so gorgeous. I cleaned it off and then I went in with Coral Kiss. I don't know about you, but for spring and summer, I'm obsessed with orange to coral shades. I'm a creature of habit. I'll probably repeat a bunch of the same makeup looks I did last year using tons of corals. And now for swatches, I wanted to use a brush because I wanted to give you a very authentic swatch of how it will go on your eyelids. And I was so pleasantly surprised at the pigmentation, because it's always like a little nerve-wracking when you want to swatch with a brush, but it's absolutely stunning. And look at the little shimmer in there. I'm using a switch color, swatching the orange shade. I love orange shades for transition shades. This one has a little bit of a sparkle to it, so I was nervous about using it for a transition shade, but you'll see in the tutorial that it looks amazing. It has like this golden pearl to it. Switching again, that just takes the pigment off without wetting your brush. This is Fudge. This matte brown shade really blew my expectations because it is so good. Mattes are kind of hard to swatch with a brush, but that is a high pigmentation. I love it. I love this palette. We need single pans, Deck of Scarlette. I hope they come out with like a deluxe collaboration with a bunch more colors, because look at this contour shade. And the contour shade in the last palette was amazing too. They just really nail the face powders because they're not so deep where you're getting kind of a scratchy, muddy contour. They come out flawless, and so does the highlight. The highlight is so complimenting. I use my wrist so you can just really see it. So here's a good look of all of the colors. And now I'm going to show you how I did this tutorial taking Sunshine on a blending brush. I just added that into my crease. I was very inspired by Rihanna's fashion show, and I wanted to kind of do my own version of that. So I'm using windshield wiper motions and really getting the orange into my crease and to the outer corner. This look you'll see is very, very simple. Taking a pencil brush, I'm using fudge and just etching out where I want to lay this color down. I didn't want it to be super heavy, so you could see I am kind of using a light hand, and I'm starting right close to the lash line because I still want to give my eyes more of an open look. So I'm going to use this more towards the outer corner and then lightly drag it inwards. I go back in to add a little bit more, and now I'm creating the outer wing, but not too high above the crease. It's definitely lower than the transition shade. To make sure it's blended, I'm going back in with that same blending brush, and I'm even sweeping it over where I added some brown. And with my tutorials, I always like to go back and forth and take it slow, so that way I'm nailing exactly where I want my colors. I did my face makeup and added a little baking powder before I do my lower lash line, but I'm taking the very minty green shade and putting it on the lower lash line, and I love, love, love this technique mixed with the oranges. I even add a little bit of the orange shade down to the lower lash line too, so that way everything is nice and blended and goes together and flows to your look. I'm going to use Chameleon in the waterline. I know the angle is weird, so I switch out of it, but just know I put it in my waterline. Taking Sandstorm, I'm adding that as a contour bronzer. I feel like it's just the perfect contour shade. They like nail the face powders. I'm obsessed. I want them to do just a face palette because I feel like they're just so great at making pigmentation. For the highlight, I'm going to use Halo on a highlighting brush, and it blended into my skin so well. Popped on some lashes. For the lip color, I'm just adding a tiny bit of the coral because I wanted to keep more of a neutral lip. You can even use your fingers to do this. And that's it for the whole tutorial. I hope you loved it. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.